Welcome back. Do you ever watch a YouTube video where the person on screen apologizes for having been gone for so long and you didn't even realize they'd been gone for a while, and then they talk a lot about their personal life and go on and on about it before actually getting to the content? Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go straight to the content. Today, I'm going to play some of the new bots on chess.com. This is December, so they have holiday bots here. There's Leftover Turkey, rated 325. There's Ghost of Games Past, rated 775. There's Frosty at 1350. Abominable Chessman, 1825. And Cabana Santa at 2840. I'm not going to get to all of them. Usually I just get through the first two or three. And if I get to the third one, usually that's where I end up either running out of time or getting beaten. I'm going to start with the first one, which is Leftover Turkey, rated 325. Just going to click play and go. Okay, I got the black pieces. We're going to play the French defense. I'm going to do the best I can. Usually these low-rated bots, make some major blunder within the first 4 or 5 moves. Although they tend to know openings and play exactly like a master would for the first several. Here, I'm pretty sure I just take that pawn, and then they take back with the knight. Okay. And I think here I can just trade knights. That's what I've done a few times against human opponents. It seems to work, although that seems unusual. I'm not sure what I should do about that. Are they aiming to go here and attack my queen since I left my queen in a vulnerable place? I'm not sure. But I am going to play h6 just in case that's what's about to happen. Oh, we've got another pawn coming forward. Okay, well now I can check, although I don't know what good it'll do. Well, they can't block it, so they'll have to move the king, I guess. Let me try that. I think they have to move the king here, and then I'm going to get this bishop out, kind of aiming this way. Not sure how my opponent's going to respond to that. Okay, they are going to let me check them again. I'm going to take this pawn with check. They have to move the king. I do know that they can attack my queen here pretty quick, but right now my queen has a way out. Oh, also my bishop's under attack. Okay, I'm going to take their bishop to get rid of that threat, and then I'll be able to get my queen out. They didn't take back, which is interesting. My bishop is still hanging. Should I save it, or you know what? I think I will save it. Where can I go with it? Oh, if I go there, it blocks my queen in. Maybe I can't save it. Oh, I can save it by taking this pawn. Let's try that, see what the opponent does. Okay, they've come after the bishop. I can take another pawn with it, and even when they take back, if they take back, I'll still be ahead on material. Or, you know what? I can check with this pawn. That pawn's pinned, so they won't be able to take it. Let me check here and see what they do. See if they go back or forward. They went back, and then I can check again, kind of save my queen here. That pawn is now hanging or under attack anyway. Should I take here with the queen or the pawn, or save the bishop? Can I save the bishop? I still can save the bishop. And I hate playing without having developed these other pieces, but sometimes that's dictated by how the bot plays. I think I'm going to go ahead and save the bishop and then try to get these other pieces out and castle. Should I castle? I think I should castle, and then that way I am extra defending this pawn. Okay, now it's probably time to start getting some of these other pieces out. Let's do that. They've come over here because they're about to take this, I assume. But if they take that, I'll take here with check, so I think I'm okay. Maybe I should put this rook right there on that pawn, and I have multiple pieces pointed there. So let me go ahead and take here with check. Then they have to get out of check somehow, like there. I think I'm going to take their rook with check. If they take with the queen, I think I will trade off because I am 6 points ahead on material. So let's do that. And then I'm going to take that pawn. And I need to get these other pieces out. I think I should just take that one too, although that does kind of open up their rook. Oh, they didn't. Yeah, I've got to do something about this light squared bishop. Let's go this way to get the light squared bishop out. Okay. Again, I am ahead 7 points of material. I'm going to trade there. Now, if they take that bishop, they're going to aim at this one. So I need to save it. Let's go here where it's protected and doing protection duty. Aiming for the knight. Okay, let's put the rook here. Again, putting a rook on the king. I'm going to move this bishop to where? First, let's move the knight over here to a5. We're attacking this c pawn. They've checked me. I'm just going to get out of check. Okay, I'm going to check them here. That pins the bishop, so I can take this. No, because they moved the king. Okay. Well, let's make the bishop run away a different way. Attacking with the pawn. Checked me again. I can block with the pawn. Let's block with the pawn. Oh, I was going to say my e-pawn was hanging, but they just gave up the rook. I have to be careful. Some of the low-rated bots will try to stalemate you. Now I can take this pawn. They can still move their king. They can still move their king to the corner, or They have 3 legal moves with their king, plus they have a pawn that can move. Okay, so what I want to do is, let's see, if I take the pawn, they will still have legal moves, not to mention here and here. I'm getting, you know what, I want to take the pawn with the knight, which is a check, and then the knight is defended. When they come forward, I'm going to check. No, I'm not going to check. I'm going to put the rook here to keep them from coming any closer. They have to go back. Let's make sure they have 1, 2. They still have 4 legal moves, 3 legal moves. Oh, I'm so bad at checkmating with just pieces like this. I usually bring my king in these situations. Let's see, they can't go there, but they can go back to where they were. Is that their only legal move right now? It is. Yeah, I have to be careful because if I just move forward one, trying to cut them off on the back rank, they can't move at all, and that will be a stalemate. But if I move the rook over to the B file, they can't come for the rook because of the knight guarding those 2 squares, so they would be forced out to one of those areas. But if I leave the rook where it is, yeah, they can still go back to where they were. So let me just bring the king. I'm just going to start bringing the king. Sorry to think about it because I wanted to make sure that they had legal moves, and they can go here now, or there, or back to where they were. I think those are the 3 legal moves. I'm going to keep bringing the king. Let's see, keep bringing the king. They still have legal moves. Same legal moves that they had before. What if I brought the rook over here so if they ever go to the back rank, I can come down? They did. I'm going to come down, and now they have 1 legal move, which will be D1. They can go to D1, and I'm going to bring the king. See, if I bring the king over here to D3, they can't move over because of the bishop, but they can go back. So let's bring the king. Bring the king. Let's see. No, I should leave the king there, shouldn't I? Because I want them to move into the opposition. If I check here, they just move back to D1. D1. Should I get my knight out of the way at this point? Let's get the knight out of the way at this point. That gives them an extra legal move. And then I will follow them with the king until we're in opposition. And then now I can checkmate on the back rank. Okay, sorry. It took me a little bit longer to figure that out than it should have. But I have been stalemated by a couple of these bots that are really tricky about getting into stalemates. Okay, instead of wasting my 1 game review on this one, I'm going to go on to the next bot. The next bot is Ghost of Games Past, rated 775. So let's just play, and we'll do our best. I'm going to play the Vienna game if it lets me. Oh, no, we're playing the Caro-Kann defense. Okay. I used to play the Caro-Kann defense, and I think the thing that bothered me the most was this defense right here. The accelerated Panov attack, where we just trade all these pawns in the middle. Like so, and then when they take that with their queen, then I come... Oh, they didn't take with the queen. Okay. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and play this D pawn. They're going to take that pawn. They didn't. Okay. Well, they can take it now. They did. Okay. All right. Well, let's put the knight here attacking the queen. They can take this one too. And they did. That, I think, allows me to get another knight out. Okay, they ran over here attacking this pawn. I can move it forward 1, or I can just put the queen up to defend. I think I'm going to put the queen up to defend. I also could have checked, but they would have blocked that with the bishop or the knight. Now I want to get this bishop out. Let's say over here. I think all those things are defended, and then I will try to castle. Okay, they're aiming here, but my rook's going to be defending that after we castle. So let's go ahead and... Should I go ahead? Yeah, let's go ahead and castle. I don't want to move my rook because of that, right? Let's think about this. I can attack their queen. Why don't we attack their queen real quick, see where it wants to go? Okay, we'll trade for it. Let's do that. And then check, and we'll get the rook for the knight. Like so. And I can't get the knight out right now because their king's guarding this and the pawn's guarding this, right? So they have attacked my bishop. I should move it. I can also check them with the bishop. That they would have to move the king to one of 3 different squares, and then I would still need to move this other bishop. Well, you know what? That's a safe. I think that's safe. Also, it helps to get my knight out here in a second. They did that, so now I can move this bishop, which I'm going to put here where it is safe. See where they go. I'm up 4 points of material. I could take it. Now they are keeping my knight from coming out again, although we could just trade knights at this point. So I kind of want to take that pawn, but this knight's guarding it. What if we get that knight out of here? Let's get that knight out of here. And then I can take that pawn. Oh, you know what? Without a queen and another rook, I don't think this is that dangerous. So I'm going to go ahead and take the knight. And when they take the pawn, I'm going to take this pawn. Oh, they didn't. Oh, that was sneaky. That was really sneaky. Yes, I have to move that knight then. I will. And now they can take this pawn and I can take back. Should I take back or should I take this one with check? Let's take that one with check. Well, now I can come back with check and get the other pawn. So let's come back with check and get this other pawn. Or I could check them again, but they could block with the bishop and I'll trade for it. Oh, also because my knight's right there guarding, or they would block with the bishop, or they could just get out. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and check here. See if they block with the bishop. They didn't. Okay, I could check here. Then they could go out that way. So I'm going to take this pawn, like I said. I'm up 8 points of material. Okay, interesting. Oh, my bishops. They're going to get one of them. Darn it, maybe not. What if I check first and then get that one out of there? Oh. Well, we can trade for that, I guess. Let's trade for that, and then I'll save my other bishop, I guess. Yeah, where are we going to save it to? There's only so many places I can put it, like right there. I think that's the only place I can put it right now. Okay, let's do that. I still haven't got my knight out of the corner, and I don't know, maybe I can't now. Oh, okay. They wanted to trade for that, so we did. Still can't get the knight out of the corner, but I can check. Let's check. That poor knight down there. Oh, what if I took this rook down there? Could I then get the knight out of the corner? Or is it just going to make that bishop move? Oh, it just made the bishop move. Well, I can put my rook here and maybe win that pawn. Yeah, I think I'll just win this pawn. Still can't get the knight out. So even though it says I'm 9 points ahead on material, I'm counting it as 6. I'm counting that knight as gone right now. Oh, I can check them and then trade for the rook. I think that's good. Let's do that. Since I am ahead a few points of material. Let's take the rook. See what they took back with that, so I can get the knight out of the corner. I am going to, and then I would love to be able to fork them there, but they moved that instead. I can fork them here and pick off that other pawn, or come after the bishop first. Actually, I can fork them here and pick off their g-pawn as well. Well, if I check them on e6 and they come toward me, and then I check them over here, they can come toward and they'll be threatening both of the pieces. Let's go this way, and then I'll pick off that pawn. I think that's safe enough. Yeah, like so, and then can't quite check them yet. Well, now I can because they're not guarding that square anymore. So let's check. Oh, I just realized they're going to go for this pawn. They didn't. Well, then I can get this knight out again. Where's that bishop going to go now? Right here? No, it didn't. Okay. All right, well, since they took the king to that side, they're kind of trapped in here. There's only so many squares they can move it to. Let's check. They can come toward me. Well, I'm going to go back this way. Now, they do have running room. I'm not worried about a stalemate right now. I'm going to get this pawn, and then... Oh, they can get that one? They can. You know what? What if I checked here, and then got that bishop? Oh, they just left the bishop. I'll take it. Take this pawn. And then, well, I want them to take that pawn, and I can trap them on that side file. Well, let's get the rook way down there first. So if they do take that pawn, I can trap them on the A file. I'm going to trap them on the A file and bring my king. And we will checkmate just like this. Okay, they didn't go toward the rook. I didn't pre-move all of them because I thought they were going to go toward the rook. Now they might go toward the rook. They did. Okay, well, I'm going to come back down here and see where they go. Okay, they came here. I don't want to move my king because I want them to move into opposition. So let's move the rook and see if they run away from me or toward me. Okay, away and away. Now we will have checkmate on the A file with the rook and the king. Okay, I feel pretty good about that one. Again, I know there were places where I probably didn't make the best move, but I did okay. I'm going to try one more bot because I have time for it, which is the Frosty 1350. I very often don't do very well against those, so let's play Frosty. We're going to get the English opening, okay? I think I'm just going to maybe fianchetto over here, see what they do. Yeah, let's just fianchetto, get this bishop out on they're coming for that knight. I was going to say to G7. Well, let's play D6 first to keep that pawn from coming here. Like this. Now if they come, I'll take, and if they take back, I get their queen. Oh, but this is about as far as I ever get before I start not knowing what to do. But I am going to castle. Human opponents here have very often come this way, and I don't know why, because it's so easy to push that bishop back. But I don't know if I should preemptively play H6, or I should fianchetto over here too. Okay, I'm going to take here. If they take there, they had the knight out by that time, so it was different. Okay, I remember this, maybe not this exact position, but with the human opponent, they got that knight in there. I wasn't sure why, but it turned out to be pretty devastating in the end. But I'm going to see if they want to trade for it. They didn't. Okay, well, I guess I have to move the queen now. All right, I'm going to move the queen now, and I can put this bishop here, aiming at that pawn, which is now undefended. Okay, well, let's see if the knight will move first. Oh, no, they defended. Okay, well, I can know if I defend that. If I defend it this way, they get this pawn with check and win my queen. Okay. Pretty good, I guess. What do I do now? Oh, you know what? Let's make a space where I can run with my rook if I need to. Because if I took here and they took back, and then I have to move the rook, and then they take this, and then where do I put the rook? Oh, I guess over here. Should I try that? Let's try that. I don't know. Yeah, they're after the rook. I'm going to move it once. They take here, then I move the rook again. Oh, now that knight's pinned. Oh, and yeah, wow. Well, let's unpin the knight. No, because then they're just going to play the knight, their knight over to a7, and I have to go back. But if they do put the knight on a7, I won't go back all the way. I will just come over one. Okay, they didn't. What if I move it this way and come around like that? Oh, now nothing's guarding this pawn. Move it up one and then go this way, I think. They did there, okay. I'm going to come over one because I have to keep defending this. They went back. Okay, now I can move this knight. No, first I'm going to move this knight up here. Oh, and they're going to take it, and then they're going to, yeah, wow. I messed up because they get the pawn with the bishop, and then they get to choose their rook. Oh, wow. All right, which rook do you want? That one? Okay. Well, yeah, I feel like I was outplayed by this bot from the beginning. I don't know, but down here, do they want to trade for it? They did not. Okay, well then I'll get this knight out over here, I guess. Don't know what to do. Don't know if there's anything I can do. Guess I can put my rook on an open file, but then they'll just offer to trade for it. They did that really fast, yeah. Well, let's trade for it. I'm going to get this one over with because I'm running out of time and I don't think I have any hope in this game. If I did have hope in it at any point, that it's not the case anymore. And I'm going to come forward, I think, which gives up this pawn, but gives me that one. But then they'll get that one with check. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Also, I've been pretty sure that I was lost for a long time. I'm going to go here once they take the other e-pawn. They did. Or should I go toward the rook? No, I should go over here to attack this pawn, I think. Oh, well, I'm going to take it then. And then I'm going to push this pawn and keep pushing it, I guess. Go over here and just work the pawns down, I think. I'm going to push that pawn and just keep going, I guess. Okay, let's keep going. They look like they're going to let me win, is what's going to happen here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, let's bring the king forward to start protecting some of this, and then can block that with the bishop. And then the bishop is also controlling this square, so looks like I'll be able to promote here pretty soon. I'm going to promote with check. And check. And I think check and take the rook. See, if I take the rook, they will have legal moves. Okay, so this bot has given it to me in the end. So thank you, Frosty, for those, that delicious Christmas victory. Be careful here. What we want to do is trap them on the back rank, but also give them legal moves. Okay, give them legal moves. Then we will bring the king. They have a legal move. Yes, they have two legal moves. Going to go that way. All right. Now they have to come back, and then we'll have checkmate one way or the other. I can checkmate here or here. I like doing the one on the side better. Okay, and I am out of time. I'm going to run the game review really quickly just to look for the point at which I went behind, assuming there was just one. Oh, there wasn't just one. There was one, but then the bot gave it back. Then there was another one, and then there was at least two over here. So the bot beat me, but then I guess felt bad or was programmed to not win at the end or something. It says I played like an 1850. We know that's not true. We know that, and the bot played like a 1500, which is a little above its rating range. But we know I didn't play like an 1850 if I lost right here. If I lost this early, because my next move was a mistake that put us at 2.7, it says I should have brought the F knight back. Okay, it's more like 2.3.5 here, 2.36. But the bot messed up. It should have played bishop to f3 at this point, aiming at the rook, and I would have had to have moved the rook over, I guess. It says I wouldn't have moved the rook over. I don't know why I wouldn't have moved the rook over, because if the bot had played this here, I probably would have moved the rook over. But it didn't. It played this, and I should have played queen to e8. Okay, well, that's the only move that made sense to me. So now the bot's only up +1, and the bot again should have played bishop to f3 or castled, but instead it played bishop to f4. And now I'm ahead if I will put this bishop here. Okay, so I'm ahead again. Now it did play bishop to f3, and I had to play e5 or knight to c5. Oh, come on. Okay, well, both of those moves look very, very losing to me, but those are my two best ones according to Stockfish. And I'm way past time now, so I don't have time to figure out how either one of those would help me out in the slightest. It looks like I would just lose pieces like crazy. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know how you played against the bots. I just realized I forgot to save the first two games, so they're gone forever, but maybe this one will be there. Okay, I saved this game, so at least this game will be in my archive. Thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you next time.